wrestling pedigree. It's time to talk about your history. Matty and Steve are ready to go. Got the facts and the figures with a little banter and bickering for 30 minutes or so. Wrestling pedigree. It's time to talk about your history. They're ready to go. Got the facts and the figures with a little banter and bickering for 30 minutes or so.
We have upgraded.
I am digging the new theme.
We've upgraded. What amazing thing you could do when you got 4 cans of Monster and you got your own phone doing stuff late last night. Welcome everybody to a new episode of Wrestling Pedigree. I'm your host, Matty. And once again, with me is the last real general manager of MWL, my main man, Mr. Booker himself, Steve Hopkins. How are you?
I'm so excited to do this tonight, Matty. Like the Intercontinental Championship, obviously we know it's a workhorse championship. Some of my very, very favorite superstars have held this title. I'm so excited to share my top 10 with you.
Some of my favorites have held this title also, and it's like you say, is a workhorse. If whoever really wins the Intercontinental in about a year's time usually wins the WWE title.
Yep.
But this title has given us some classic matches, so our top 10s are definitely going to be different.
Yes.
As it usually is. There will be arguments, I think, in this one. I think our next 2 episodes are going to be really fun. We got our Intercontinental title champions tonight. Next week, we have top 10 theme songs of all time.
Yes. And I already have my list for next week.
I haven't even touched that. So, to start off, little quick history. Pat Patterson was the first ever Intercontinental Champion in the official tournament. He won it in 1979 against Johnny Ross in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Best I can say that.
Rio de Janeiro. There we go.
There we go. September the 1st, so we're not that far away from really almost 50 years. Yeah, almost 50 years.
Yeah.
So we're only a couple years off. So let's start off, as we always do, with the man that kicked my ass in bookings and he's kicking my ass in the top 10. So we'll start from 10 to 1. Steve, go ahead, son.
All right. My number 10. Ravishing Rick Rude. What he did with that Intercontinental Championship and the matches that he had defending that title against the likes of Jake the Snake Roberts, the Ultimate Warrior. His matches were just fantastic. He is he was such an underutilized superstar and so underrated. And
absolutely.
Them giving him that Intercontinental Championship, that really should have bumped him up to World Championship status. Unfortunately, it never did. But yeah, Rick Rude, one of my absolute favorites of all time.
Oh, yeah, he is one of mine. I think, like you said, his rivalry with the Ultimate Warrior was phenomenal. And Jake the Snake Roberts. I remember, did he have Snake the Jake Roberts' wife on his trunks?
Yep.
I mean, that he was ahead of his time because the only person I think I ever done that is Dolph.
Yep. And also having the Intercontinental Championship printed on his tights. That was just fantastic.
He was ahead of his time. Ahead of
Yep.
his time. And he made that Intercontinental title in the late 80s, early 90s. Phenomenal. So my number 10 is kind of like it's in the 80s. We're going really early 80s because I love watching this wrestler on YouTube and when we had the WWE Network. My number 10 is Don Morocco.
Oh, The Rock, the original Rock.
Yeah, so he won it in 81 and he won it in 83. Why I picked him is because I love watching him wrestle. And I thought he was a really good champion. However, he was the Intercontinental Champion when WWE on his second reign, when WWE left NWA.
Yep.
So that he held that Intercontinental, and between that and him and Tina San Martina, and him and other Red Mendez, Mendez got his 455 day run. It's a he's underrated, and I love hearing him and Piper speak his story.
Yeah, and he was so ridiculously jacked and so strong.
Like, oh yeah, brilliant.
He was a brick shithouse. There's no way around it. There's no way to censor that. That man was a shithouse.
And today's wrestlers, I don't know one that could compare him to. The only one I could compare him to is JC of MFT.
Yeah.
JC. Similar, like, built a little bit, but that's the only one I could compare him.
Although I do think Jeff Cobb is a lot more athletic than Don Morocco was. But yeah. But Don could go, and I think if you put him in the WWE today, he would still be a standout.
Oh, if he was put in WWE today, he would be a world champ because he had the look.
Yeah, he did.
And with the Performance Center, he would have got better. So your number 9.
My number 9 is my personal favorite wrestler of all time. With that, I probably should have put him higher on the list, but his Intercontinental title reigns bumped him up to the main event. They made him the face of the mid-90s, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah. You know what's really, really bad? I know you're going to be shocked about it. I ain't got Bret in my list.
I am so mad at you right now.
I haven't got him on my list. For me, I really have Bret as a world champ. I know he did really well in Intercontinental title runs, but I haven't got him or Owen on my list. But back then, he was phenomenal.
Yeah, the matches that he had against Piper, against Davey, just fantastic.
His match against, obviously, Bulldog in 92 SummerSlam at Wembley. My first ever wrestling match, watching that. Love it. Absolutely love that match. That is a match I could watch forever.
That's a match that I can still go back and watch. And like Davey was like stoned out of his mind for that match. He didn't know what was going on. Bret called that whole match from start to finish.
He was on the sugar, but it's crazy how you could call a match like that, but that's a lot of trust they have between them.
Yeah.
And it gave us one hell of a classic.
Oh, yeah.
So my number 9 is we go from Bret the Hitman Hart, legend, Hall of Famer, to a future Hall of Famer. My number 9 is 8-time Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
Okay. I can get behind that.
I think what Miz has done is very underrated as the Intercontinental Champions. Each reign, whether it was a heel or face, was brilliant.
Yeah. And especially coming in as somebody that the locker room had no respect for. Didn't think he respected the business. He came in, he showed, I'm willing to put the work in. I'm willing to do what the company wants me to do. And yeah, he's definitely a future Hall of Famer, without a doubt in my mind.
His Intercontinental rivalry with Dolph about 8 years ago.
Yep.
When it was SmackDown No Mercy, and it was on the only SmackDown. Daniel Bryan was general manager. It was a massive, massive rivalry that the Intercontinental title was focused a lot more on SmackDown, and that rivalry was built on that, and that made Dolph, I think, more higher up. But unfortunately, they didn't do anything with him.
Yep.
Number 8.
My number 8. For the longest time, he was the longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion. His gimmick, it was just so fun. I mean, how can you go wrong with an Elvis Presley impersonator? And of course, I'm talking about the Honky Tonk Man.
He's the honky tonk man. He's the honky tonk man. He was brilliant. I loved him. He was brilliant. His rivalries. I mean, he got screwed over by Ultimate Warrior, but he's still brilliant. Yeah.
And even when he broke out and went into tag team wrestling with Greg the Hammer Valentine as Rhythm and Blues, even they were a good tag team. But putting just his Intercontinental Championship reign, I mean, he was 453 days?
Yeah. Just
amazing. And he was a workhorse. He was there every single week.
I think he started the workhorse.
Yeah, I do believe you're right.
I think he started at like if you are the Intercontinental, you gotta put the work in. I think he started that.
I've got somebody else that I think started it, but I won't mention him yet because he's my number 1.
Okay. Now my number 8 is going to be controversial because the one's above him, and it probably is your number 1. It's the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Actually, he's not my number 1.
Oh, I have him as my number 8.
Okay.
I think obviously his match with HBK, ladder match, WrestleMania 10. And once again, it's like the 92 SummerSlam. I could watch that match over and over.
Yep, absolutely.
But he's one of those champions that never been a world champion and should have been a world champion.
Oh, absolutely.
But absolutely. But for me, just because I think there's more people develop that Intercontinental title, that's why I put him at number 8.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert, I put him as my number 7.
Oh, brilliant. So I go to my number 7. My number 7 is a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. He's Mr. Monday Night, RVD, Rob Van Dam. Can't do it because we're all linked up, but still. I loved his Intercontinental runs. They were entertaining, from ladder matches to hardcore matches in 2002. He had an amazing run as Intercontinental Champion. I think each one was memorable.
I mean, for me, yeah, he definitely had some good runs. Do I think he was one of the top Intercontinental champions, though? No, I'd probably put him 11, 12. But that's just me.
Yeah,
and honestly, I always look at RVD more for his ECW career.
Yeah. But watching the Ruthless Aggression era, he was during that time he was Mr. Intercontinental. I mean, his matches with Randy Orton, ladder matches with Eddie Guerrero, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
So that was my number 7, and your 7 was Razor Ramon. Your number 6.
My number 6. A mat technician. He could mix it up with anybody. He could brawl. Just the moves that he would come up with were, for lack of a better word, perfect. So my pick for number 6 is Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
You're gonna hate me because I ain't going on my list.
No hate, no hate. Just anger.
His matches. I think his matches. He had a rivalry match with Brett.
Yes.
That match. Those matches were brilliant.
Oh yeah, they were always technical workshops.
He's another one that really could have done the workhorse because he put in the effort.
Oh, absolutely.
But Mr. Perfect. Oh man, Kurt Hennig, man, he's another one that should have done so much in WWE. They did drop the ball.
Yeah. For my money, he was the best wrestler of the 90s to not win the world championship.
I would say it's between him and Razor. It's a toss up between him and Razor for me. My number 6 gave himself more championships because he created a complete different promotion. He's a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. He is the lip singing Double J himself, Jeff Jarrett. Now his runs were legendary.
Yes.
Just for the fact in 1999 with him in China.
I can definitely respect that choice.
Him and Shawn Michaels in '94 was a great match also.
Oh yeah.
So when I think of Intercontinental Champions, I do think of Double J. I think that run in 98, 99 before he went to WCW was his absolute best work as an Intercontinental Champion. When he was hitting Mae Young over the head with guitars and putting 4 leg locks on Daniel Garcia, that time where he had Mark Henry with him, and him and D'Lo Brown, that was a good rivalry in the summer of '99.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I don't have D'Lo Brown on here, and he was the Intercontinental Champion,
and he was the first one.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I don't think they talk about that much. They should.
No.
They should, but it's really bad they mention that as much, but probably because he's on Canadian promotion.
Yeah.
Before we go to number 5, we probably got Zachary's honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable mentions?
My only honorable mention is the only woman to ever hold the Intercontinental Champion, and that's China.
Yeah. She had a great run. She
did.
2-time? No, 3 times. Because she shared it with Jericho. Then she had it because she beat Hardcore and Jericho, and then she lost it to Eddie.
Yes.
Because he accidentally pinned her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and obviously her first run was beating Jeff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that broke a ceiling.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the one that could have come close back in the Divas era would have been Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, but Phoenix didn't have the explosiveness that China had.
No, I was Beth Phoenix and Mickey James. I think they could have done Mickey Gill Cray Cray could make it a hardcore Intercontinental.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
What was your favorite design of Intercontinental? Because obviously the one behind me is my favorite, the 1998 to 2002 or 5 or something like that. That was my favorite.
My favorite was the one in the late 80s to the 90s. What everybody considers like the classic one.
Is
the
it
one that was out right.
Is it similar to the one that Cody brought back about
Yes.
2000? That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That was a really beautiful title.
It was. And that's one of those titles that I want hanging on my wall right next to my winged eagle.
Well, you got $500. That's how much. Well, it's £500 in the UK anyway.
Yeah.
What do you think of the title looking now?
I'm old, so I'm not crazy about it. I mean, it's not a bad looking title, but it doesn't scream Intercontinental Championship to me.
I mean, that Intercontinental title has been thrown off bridges and everything else like that.
Yep.
So, yeah, for me, I'm not a fan of the new design, but I could deal with it. So, number 5.
My number 5, he ended up. I mean, there's not really. He was the workhorse. Let's see, leading up to. So he was the workhorse in 1990. He was running around with this title. 89-90, running around with this title, and he challenged Hulk Hogan to a title versus title match, winner takes all. And just for that reason alone, my number 5 is the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I was going to say grab the rope and go, wee!
Yep. And he proved that the Intercontinental Champion is just as major as the WWF Champion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that match in Toronto was amazing. Ultimate Warrior, it's not on my list, but I know his run was really, really good, and especially when he came out and beat Honky Tonk Man in under 30 seconds was brilliant.
Yep.
My number 5 is with the current theme, but of today, he was a workhorse. I think he was today's workhorse. And that is Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. Six-time Intercontinental Champion. He is today's workhorse.
No, I totally agree with you on that. And if I had paid more attention to this list and not been so bogged up with work, then yeah, Dolph Ziggler would have been on my list.
When we've done these top 10s and the booking, and we forget some wrestlers because we obviously have work and home life, I'm like, fuck, I forgot him. Like, he's just like, damn. And then you just kick yourself for a day, and then you're like, shit, I better put him on my list next time it comes up.
Yep.
Like I said, his reign, like 6 title reigns, were brilliant. Like I said, with him and Miz, they're brilliant. With Dolph, he's entertaining whatever he does.
Oh yeah.
So with his reign, his reign, I think he did have the Intercontinental title, then go to the world title when he won the Money in the Bank. But he really, really just wanted like make that Intercontinental title big.
Yeah.
He wanted it to be bigger than the WWE title, and he came close.
He did. And
But,
what you said about the workhorse, yeah. I mean, even now, being older, he's still a freaking workhorse.
yeah, and he's putting anyone that he feels valuable over.
Right.
And I think it's a credit to him because I think the ladder match at WrestleMania 31. Yeah, WrestleMania 31 with him, Luke Harper, Daniel Bryan, Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
That I think he done a lot of work there to get that to happen. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And at that time, all of those guys were underrated.
Yes, I think Dean Ambrose was part of that also.
Yep.
Number 4.
So my number 4, your number 5 draws a lot of comparisons to him. And I mean, he's not only one of the best Intercontinental champions ever, he's one of the absolute best superstars to ever grace the ring. That's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I have Shawn as my number 2. I have him as number, but I agree. Comparisons to dope, but his matches, he made that Intercontinental title mean something in the early 90s.
Oh yeah,
his matches against Marty Jannetty and Jeff Jarrett did help a lot.
Yep, his matches against Jannetty, Jarrett. Obviously, we already mentioned his match against Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10. WrestleMania 9 against Tatanka.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was a great match. And Tatanka was underrated back then.
Oh yeah,
I think it was. Did he lose his winning streak then? Tatanka?
No, he lost his winning streak to Ludwig Borga.
Yeah, have you seen his dark side of the ring?
Yeah, episode? I have.
Yep. That was freaking crazy.
Yep.
I highly recommend it if no one hasn't watched it because that freaking guy is freaking nuts. I thought Shawn was a very good champion, and I agree. He should have been. At least he's in the top 5. My number 4 is a Canadian. So at least I'm out of that way. I think he's my only Canadian, but I go for Edge.
Okay, not the Canadian I thought you were going to say.
No, but like I said, Edge, and you just almost die on the screen. His reign in the Ruthless Aggression era, along his rivalry with RVD and stuff like that, they were really, really good matches. Yeah, I think he put over that Intercontinental title really well in 2001 when he first won it during the invasion. Him and Christian having a rivalry, and then him and Tess and stuff like that. His run from 2001 to 2005 before he went world champ is a perfect example of what you start off being a workhorse and then you get the rewards after.
Yes.
Number 3.
My number 3 is the Canadian that I thought you were going to say. He has the most Intercontinental Championship reigns in history. Chris Jericho. He won the title 9 times. And Miz is right behind him at 8.
Yeah. And if we hear rumors on the dirt sheets that January he may come back, could it be number 10?
I don't know, but I'm excited for whatever Chris Jericho does, except for the learning tree. The learning tree, it was amusing at times. And I won't lie, when Ian and I went to see AEW, what was it, back in March, I believe? February or March. Learning Tree came out, and Ian and I were right there waving. Hi, guys! Hi, guys!
But that's like a genius Jericho is, because you give him lemons, he's going to make lemonade and pure lemonade
Yeah, he is the master at reinventing himself.
over and over again. I mean,
Yep.
you can make a hit song and then you don't even have to play the song and we're all singing it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, his nighttime rain. So that was your number 3, yeah?
That was my number 3.
So I got Jericho as my number 1.
Okay.
Just because I think he did so much. I loved his matches against the man who cannot be named. I think it was him, Kurt Angle, in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 2000 for the European and the Intercontinental title. I really enjoyed that match. I think that I was a fan of Jericho then. Obviously, was a fan of WCW, but just Jericho.
Yeah.
So you know my 2, you know my 1. I'll give you my number 3, and then we'll just do your 2 and 1.
Okay.
My number 3 is one hell of a dirty get. He hits people with chairs and then throws it at someone else. He's one of the best wrestlers ever, and that is Eddie the Guerrero.
Wow. My number 1 and 2 are not on your list at all.
No, that's why we're going 2 and 2s and 1s in a minute. For me, Eddie Guerrero's run in 2002, Intercontinental run, I loved it. I think his Intercontinental title match in a ladder match against RVD, even when that fan came in and tried to ruin it,
Yep.
I thought Eddie's a bit like Jericho. Whatever you give Eddie, he's going to make lemonade.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved his runs, and obviously his world title run is up there also. Number 2 then. What is your 2?
My number 2, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. He was dominant during his run, and it led him to being the World Heavyweight Champion, and that's Gunther.
Oh, and as soon as you said longest, I was like, yeah, 600 plus days.
666 days.
Yeah, that tells you a lot because you're bad luck then.
Yeah.
His match against Sammy, WrestleMania 40.
Yes.
The classic.
It was.
It was a proper underdog. It's kind of what happened with WrestleMania this year with Jay and Gunther. But yeah, I love that Intercontinental title match. Yeah, he can have any match. You give him, it kind of reminds me of like Kenny Omega. You give him a mop, he's gonna make that match a 5-star in the Tokyo Dome.
Oh yeah.
And he defended it. I think he defended it like every 2-3 weeks. He wasn't like
Yeah.
he was like wasn't unfortunately like it was a pandemic or anything like that. He just literally just went through like almost 2 years of defending.
Yeah, he was there every week. He defended it probably every other week, every 3 weeks maybe. But and every match that he had, he was dominant in.
Yeah.
And it's not like he had easy guys to face.
No, I think he had obviously the last 3 years it's been one of the best rosters WWE's had. He had to face the likes of AJ Styles and stuff, Miz. He's faced some decent wrestlers.
Yeah.
Dragunov. Like, yeah, it's just Sami Zayn. This is KO. I think KO faced him.
Yeah, I
And
think you're right.
no one could take it off him.
Nope.
Before you go on your number one, do you think there's a couple of wrestlers that should win the Intercontinental title?
Absolutely.
And who is that?
Right off the top of my head, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker should run with that. He should be what his father and uncle always strived to be, and that was the top guy in WWE. And just like the Steiners, he's a workhorse.
Yeah.
You see him wrestling every single week. Put the Intercontinental title on him. Let him run with it. Let him see what the main event scene is like. And then, kind of transfer him into that main event scene, make him the world champion within the next 4 years.
I agree. I think they're trying to do what they did with Roman.
Yeah.
Build him up, but I mean, I love the temper. I love the winning neck twitches and shit like that. It's just, I mean, the only time I could beat Braun Breaker is at math.
I mean, even that's debatable.
Wow. I mean, if you add 40 and 47, you make 100, then yeah, you go.
I mean, it's Steiner math. What do you expect?
It's Steiner math, but you got Steiner conscience because I didn't even know Tommy Dreamer died, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, he's still alive." Someone else? Anyone else that you think should?
That's the one that's really, really sticking in my head. I'd like to see somebody like Jimmy Uso win it.
Yes.
I would like to see some of the guys from the MFTs come over. I love to see Hikuleo win it.
Yo, Dominic.
Or yep. Just
I was gonna say Sheamus.
I'd like Sheamus to win it just so he gets that Grand Slam.
But then so does John. But I don't know if John won't ever get it. But
no.
I really do hope Sheamus, because Sheamus is a workhorse. I mean, he had banger after banger. And he deserves to be the ultimate Grand Slam.
Absolutely.
So your number one?
My number one, I'm really, really, really surprised he wasn't even on your list. When you're talking about workhorses, this guy was the ultimate workhorse in the 80s. He was there all the time. He was always on your TV. He was rubbing elbows with the big boys. I'm talking about the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, how many times we did that as a kid? What up, bloody Slim Jims? What his match. Oh, Ricky Dragon Steamboat WrestleMania 3.
Yes.
Oh. That match is just crazy.
And matches that he had against people like Rick the Model Martel, Tito Santana, his own brother, the Genius.
Yes. He was underrated. I loved the Genius.
Oh, yeah. Just everything that Macho Man Randy Savage touched turned to gold.
Yeah, he's up there with Jericho, and he couldn't do nothing wrong. Right.
And even when he reinvented himself in WCW as part of the NWO, he was still the Macho Man that we all loved from the 80s.
I think he was the first one really that when the Intercontinental title that really think, yeah, if you win the Intercontinental in a few years, you're going to win the WWE title. I think after that WrestleMania 3, I think it was him in WrestleMania 4 gets Ted. I think they had that tournament, didn't they? Because obviously Andre Giant controversy. But yeah, I think that's an excellent choice. He is the ultimate workhorse.
Yes, absolutely.
He's often duplicated, but they can never have a Randy Savage again.
No.
There's another audible mention that we didn't mention was Piper.
Yes.
I think Piper was a great workhorse.
He was.
I mean, he could talk the building in and just sit in the ring, and he just pooed the shit out of him and throw crap at him.
Oh yeah, having him on the mic, there was nobody that could match him. Absolutely nobody.
Back then, they had stones. They were allowed to bring stones in. So
yeah.
I mean, we just throw bottles at wrestlers now. Go. Well, plastic bottles. I think your list was brilliant.
I think your list was good.
I think, obviously, you're showing your age. You're a bit like Jeff.
Yeah, but not all my guys were from the 80s like Jeff's were.
No. I really like her list. And even just I think me and you only had one or two.
I think we had two.
I said we could have had a war games match each other for
Oh yeah.
Supreme. Yeah, that was both great lists. Intercontinental title is one of my favorite titles. I mean, it's almost 50 years. If you win an Intercontinental, you're going to be a world champion in the next 3 years. I think that will be the way they keep on going it. They test you out.
I hope so.
And if that's the case, Lyra Valkyria could be women's world champion soon. If they do the same they do for the women.
But to me, that also means Dominic Mysterio is going to be world heavyweight champion soon.
He will be on the 12th of September at Worlds Collide when he beats the AAA world champion.
You really think he's going to beat Vikingo?
Well, if he's going to get booed, didn't he? If he could go get booed, I think there'll be shenanigans, and I think Dirty Dom will win. But I do think AJ will beat his Intercontinental title either at the was it the new one in September?
WrestlePalooza.
Palooza, the ECW one again.
Yep.
We got Heat Wave on Sunday, and then we got Wrestle. It's like be back in the 90s. All I need now is a chip box, and then over here we had TV Bravo, and then just wait up 3 o'clock in the morning to watch ECW. Like I said at the beginning of the show, next week we got theme songs. So it's entrance songs / show songs.
Yeah.
Bit like just Armageddon, the end is near, that kind of thing. You already got your list.
Yes, I do.
I will have to look at my Spotify. But I know this person ain't gonna be on my list, but I'll say it now before we end the show. Rob Conway's. Do you remember Rob Conway's?
I remember Rob Conway's.
Look at me, sight to see. I mean, that was a brilliant one. Him and was it Maria and Mike Gonzalez? I can't tongue tie. Was it Mike Bennett's when they were that song, The Greatest Love, with the Maria and Mike were there. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Just cringy and cheesy. Gotta love it.
No, you want cheesy? How about Billy and Chuck?
Rico.
Yeah.
There's another audible mention. We got Rikishi and Santino Marella. They were good Intercontinental champions back in the day.
Yeah, Santino Marella winning it on his very, very first match.
Yeah, get to Moga.
We'll get yep.
And his Moga's reign, I think, was really, really good at the Intercontinental Champion. His rivalry with Santino and Jeff Hardy, and which is
Yep.
another. I mean, Jeff Hardy being Triple H. I mean, come on, in 2001.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much
Of
for
course.
surviving to get here tonight. Bit
Barely.
under the weather. But yeah, well, it's always fun to chat with you, Steve. And we do it all again next week.
Yes.
So theme song list, and Steve could just chill for a week because he's got it, and I will have to do my homework, and then we'll argue about why his is not on my list.
And then we'll argue about why mine is better.
Well, no offense, yours is always better because you are a better booker. You're better list. You're Jericho, really, isn't it? You just have a list and you just put
Yeah, that's true.
Also, next week we have a new show. Myself will host it along with Christopher Rots for the Rots Report. That will be on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Me and Steve will be back for Wrestling Pedigree Top 10 next weekend.
Yes.
Next weekend. And then we have a list that we'll post out of our future shows coming up. So thank you once again for joining us. We're available on the podcast outlets, wherever you can find us. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Please leave a review on the podcast and YouTube. And thank you for listening and watching. And
thanks, guys.
have a good weekend.